Great play call, great pass, great reception. That play had it all.
Yeah, tell my Brooklyn cause he shot right, Southside, C12, 911, good to the Riasi, we still outside. Mine on the riches, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we were not a ride nobody wave, we the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy, Yanni had Yanni hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it, That's how you know we lit.
Trust, me taking no loss. We be the hottest on the scene. Gemstones from the dust. Big dog, but she leash. Where's the love in the streets? Pour my heart on the beat. See that blood on my sheets. Yeah, when me ready, me hit it heavy. I zoom out the pride of my people already. Tell my sit Ellie, me I'm just sharing my journey. I'm thankful the people they hear me. Tribe of Joseph, I'm ahead of the bunch. P5, I was starving for months. A running cutscene, but on my pockets, me need my DNA. Baby for lunch, but we call me a star before BBC. Don't take a lot to get rid of me. Me and them don't get the same. Me and them don't get the same. Boy, they don't know who the name is. They say I move like I'm nameless. Cause I only come for the money bags and I don't really wanna be famous, man. You know go stop. You know go stop. You pretend. You know lie. You know be gang. You know go stop.
It is always a celebration here in the city of New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Superdome. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Carolina Panthers and the New Orleans Saints. Two teams more than ready to get this one started, and we are underway from the Superdome. Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Off play action. Here's Corral. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Corral on 2nd down. That's swung out wide to Harris. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Fakes a handoff here. Corral. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. These two teams, they met in Charlotte earlier in the year with the Panthers coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in New Orleans to complete the season sweep. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Play action, Corral. Forced out to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, it's Corral. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Deontay Hardy deep for New Orleans.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And this will wind up a Saints 1st down as he gets this up past the 30. The Saints had 10-6 now on the year, and they have certainly got it rolling as of late, winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here, and if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason, and we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Brown. They'll get this out to Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Brian Burns. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play action here. Corral. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Harris. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. On the give, this is Harris. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. And Gonzalez out now to try the Panther field goal. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They get this to Smith on the jet sweep. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Brown. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Brown now throwing on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Off the play fake. Here's Corral. They'll roll him out right. He's got a man. Complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Corral sets up play action. Sliding out of the pocket. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And out it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Ian Thomas hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 53 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, it's Kamara. And he's going to be stopped up to the 39. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. To throw on 2nd down, Brown. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And, oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill, 52 yards. And the Saints' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard. They hand this off to Harris. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
But he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Switching it up, Corral will throw here. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore. Touchdown number 22 on the... There's one is able to tack on the PAT. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to... What is the fair catch is signaled for and take it. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Brown to throw on 3rd down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Normally I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on fourth down.
Well, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
Let's go now. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Trap 60, trap 60.
They're going to try and throw. Got an open man here, and it's KJ Hamler. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw again. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. A final shot before the half for Corral. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise, too.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit. Give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Here's Brown, looking to throw on second down. Open man Hamler, that's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun, Brown. Got a man complete, it's Hamler. And he is going to have a Saints first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw again. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flush to his right. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, They brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. On 4th down, Brown. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Panthers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ball game.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, Corral. A diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. On 1st down, Corral. Fires the out route and completes it to Harris. Well, that's good for a gain of 6. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Corral sets up play action. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And the Saints are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Now Brown throwing to start the drive. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Brown now on 1st down. And he rifles one incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And now here is another interception. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Panthers are going to have it here at their own 15. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time...
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. Touchdown! Taysom Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Saints take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Dennis Allen going to go for 2 here. He's leaving his offense out on the field. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Rolling to his left. wisely will throw that one away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On the play fake, Corral. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he is going to have a Panthers first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. Fakes a handoff. Now Corral to throw it. They still can't get it. Corral lost it. The ball is out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Following the fumble recovery, Brown. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Brown to throw on 2nd down. And going deep for Hill. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Panthers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Off play action. Here's Corral. Rolling to his right. And I think the ball's out. And this is picked up by the Saints.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust?
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take a blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And now here is another interception. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw, Corral. He's going to look deep for more. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early?
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Looking long for Thomas. And my goodness, another interception. Jalen Petrie picks it off, and the Panthers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll just get rid of it.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
Corral's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Flushed out right. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2nd and 11 at the 41. Corral looking to pass. 2nd down. Steps away to his left. He gets it to Thomas. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
On 3rd down, Corral. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And they'll get him down 2 yards shy after a pickup of 8. 4th and 2. Here's Johnny Hecker now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And they try to razzle-dazzle, but the ball's out. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead is now 24. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Here's Brown on 1st and 10. Call it a loss of 12 that time, and it'll be a 2nd and long. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brown. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And that will be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with a football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to look deep for more. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Corral, another throw on 2nd down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. On 3rd down, here's Corral. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
Throwing to start the drive. Brown. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And what in the world? Now they're going to fake it. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. So the fake punt, a daring call this deep in their own end, and the end result, certainly not what they were hoping for.
I have to admit I admire their daring, but I actually would like this play call better if it's between the 40s here. The problem...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Now Brown throwing on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. And now here is another interception. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And, boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Off play action. Here's Corral. He's going to look deep for more. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Corral to throw on 1st and 10. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Flush to his right. Thomas brings it in. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he is going to lose yardage here. So this this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover.